Hello and welcome to today's shoulder mobility class. Today for props you'll need your yoga mat and a yoga strap. If you don't have that, then you can always substitute it with a belt or a dressing robe tie. So get all your props together and I will see you on the mat. Okay, so starting on all fours, checking that your alignment is correct. We've got shoulders directly over wrists and hips directly over knees. And we're going to just start with some shoulder cars. So nice straight flat back. We don't want to be arching the spine or rounding, just a nice straight flat back that you could balance a cup of tea on. Elbows are locked out, arms are straight, and then we're just doing some shoulder circles. So I like to reference a train here, like I took a train, and just imagine that your shoulders are wheels on the train, going round and round. Good. So my wheels are going backwards at this moment, so it's okay, you can start backwards if you like. And let's stop and change directions. So now they are going forward. So I'm really pushing my hands into the floor to help me get this motion. And because we are bearing weight, you will feel this in the shoulders, maybe even in the wrists. But just trying to get a nice full range of motion to warm up the shoulders. 3, 2, 1. All right, okay, I'm going to bring my toes to touch and open my knees a little wider, bring my thumbs to touch, and then we're just going to alternate lifting one hand up to the ceiling and then the other. So really twisting the spine and also opening up those shoulders. Good. Last one. Hold the left arm up and let's just do some big arm circles. And change directions. Good, and then holding it up and thread the needle. So threading that top arm through, readjusting my other hand and pushing the floor away from me for an upper back twist. Just a nice way to warm up the whole of the upper body. Good, and then back to thumbs touch, and let's lift up the right arm this time, some backward circles. And change direction. Good, hold it there, and let's go for another thread the needle. So threading that top arm through, readjusting the other hand, push the floor away from you. Good. And coming back up. All right, okay, so now we're going to come into standing, and you might need your strap here. The way to check is we're going to just have a soft bend in our legs, feet hip width apart, bring the arms up, interlace fingers and flip the hands to face the ceiling. So if this is really uncomfortable for you, then you can grab your strap and you can do the exact same thing. You can just hold the strap and lift up. So your arms might need to be really far apart. I don't want bent arms, bent at the elbows. We want completely straight. So if you can't do that, clasped hands, if you can't straighten the arms, then rather just grab a strap and use the strap, and then make your hands as wide and as far apart from each other as you need to. All right, so that is your little check to see where you're at. Otherwise, you're joining me at clasped fingers, flip the palms up, straighten, and I'm kind of hugging my shoulders up and then down, shrugging up and down. Good. Nice, so we're just feeling it out, seeing where our body's at, just getting the shoulders to move in all these various directions. Shoulders are interesting, they can move in lots of different ways and they're supported by lots of different muscles. So to get mobility, there's lots and lots of different things that you can and should be doing. All right, let's start with the shoulders down. So you've still got your elbows straight, bend in the knees, keep the core tight, so no arching in the spine, just hug in that navel. And then we're just gonna start doing some little upper back circles. Good. So it's like you've got a pencil in your hands and you're drawing a small circle on the ceiling. Good. Keeping those arms straight, shoulders down, change directions. So likewise, if you're holding the strap, you're just pulling on the strap and doing this same exercise. Good. 2 more here. And last one. Okay, hold it there. If you do need to take a little break, shake it out, go ahead and do that, and then rejoin. And now what I want you to do is also with that soft bend in the knees, neutral spine, you're going to inhale to prepare and exhale, pull your limbs apart, like you're trying to break your hands free of each other. Inhale to release, shoulders down, and exhale, resist. Pull the hands apart. So if you've got your strap, it's exactly the same thing. You're pulling your hands apart. Inhale to relax, and exhale, resist. Just very gently pulling those hands apart. Inhale, relax, and exhale, resist. 2 more here. Inhale, and exhale, resist. Last one, inhale, exhale. Good. All right, take a moment, shake it out. We're going to be doing some side bends now. So what we're going to do is we're going to be grabbing our wrist and then leaning over. If you can't grab your wrist with straight arms and shoulders down, then that's where you'll use your strap. So you'll just hold onto your strap just like before and you'll pull over. So nothing fancy with the strap. Otherwise, if you're following me, then we're going to lift the arms. I'm taking my right hand, grabbing my left wrist and pulling it up to the ceiling. Again, sucking in that pelvis. So zipping up the core. We don't want any banana spines. A nice strong core. Grabbing, right hand grabs left wrist. Pull it up, shoulders stay down. Inhale, exhale, side bend. Good. Inhale, come up. Exhale, side bend. Pull that arm over. Inhale, come up. Exhale, side bend, hold it there. Inhale, and exhale, pull apart. So it's like you're trying to pull your wrist free from the hand that is clasping it. Inhale, release and come up. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, exhale, resist, pull apart. Inhale, come up. Let's do one more like that. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, and exhale, resist, pull apart. Good. Come down, shake it out for a moment. So exactly the same if you're holding your strap, you're still trying to pull the hands apart. All right. Now my left hand grabs my right wrist, pulling the arms straight, shoulders are down, soft bend in the knees, zip up the core, inhale, and exhale, side bend. Pull, pull, pull. Pull that hand over, so no resistance yet. Just trying to pull over. Inhale, coming up, and exhale, pull. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Let's go for it. So holding it there, inhale, release. Exhale, try and pull your wrist out of your hand. Pulling the limbs apart. Inhale, come up and relax. Re-straighten, shoulders down, zip up the core. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, pull apart. Inhale, coming up. 2 more. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, exhale, resist. Last one here. Inhale, exhale, side bend. Inhale, and exhale, pull apart. Good, and coming up and shaking it out. All right, well done. So pretty intense, that one. And usually in our daily lifestyles, we don't have our arms overhead all that much. So absolutely normal to be feeling very, very ouchy in the shoulders. Don't beat yourself up about it. It is just so normal. Just remember to keep doing stretches like this and you'll be okay. All right, let's all grab our straps. Now we're going to do some shoulder flossing. So shoulder flossing is often done with a stretchy band, but it is much more effective to do with a band that is not stretchy. So you could even use a pole for this, but I really like a strap or a belt. And you have to start off quite wide. Again, soft bend in the knees. You can have a wider stance this time. Just make sure that you're zipping up the core. We really don't want to be overarching in the spine. And we're just going to floss. So coming backwards and forwards with the arms. If it's really easy, then you walk your hands closer together. Now, I want you to be aware of both shoulders moving at the same time. So we're not doing backstroke, 1-1. All right, we're doing them together. So lift the shoulders up to the ears in that sticky part, and then move the shoulders around. Again, reverse. If this is too easy, keep moving those hands closer and closer together. Otherwise, how are you going to improve? All right, so when you get to that furthest point, you can really lift the shoulders up to the ears, and that's going to help create space to get you around. And we all have that sticky point, and you'll often feel tightness in the pecs as you get to that sticky point. And again, reverse and come up. Good. So from the side, get to that sticky point, lift the shoulders and around. Good. And just listening to your body. So you want to go just to your edge, but not past it. Okay, lifting up. Really working those shoulders. Shoulder flossing, very, very good for you. One more, and then we're going to hold it at our sticky point. Good. So you might want to open a touch wider for this and get to your sticky point, wherever that is. And we're just going to kind of bounce there. So gentle bounces, keeping that core engaged, getting kind of lower and lower until you flip through. And then we're going to do the same in reverse. So keeping that core engaged, sticky point, find it, feel it there, little bounces, and flip through. All right. Again, if you need to make your hands wider, please do that. Rather be comfortable and feel a gentle stretch than in absolute agony. And you can always bring your hands closer together as you warm up. And you'll find that after a few rounds of doing this, you actually do warm up quite a lot, and you're able to bring your hands even a centimeter closer. Good. Keep going. And flip through. Last one. Good. All right. So now what we're going to do is a different kind of shoulder flossing exercise. So I'm grabbing the strap in my right hand and bringing my elbow up to the ceiling like I'm doing a tricep stretch. Grab at the bottom by your low back. So don't start up really high where you're trying to like touch your own fingers. Start out really, really low. Elbow of the top hand is pointing up to the ceiling. All right. And from there, you're going to pull backwards. So we're trying to not go out to the side. We're trying to go straight back behind us and straighten the top hand. You can let your spine go a little and then bring it in and just feel the difference in mobility between allowing the back to arch and then closing the ribs. Good. And then bring it in. Maybe you can walk your hands a little closer and again, pulling it out. Trying not to go out sideways. If you find that you're really going out sideways, then just make your hands further apart so that you can go directly back behind you. Play around with the core. Arch, suck it in. Arch, suck it in. Good, and maybe bring the hands closer together. Also feel some awareness around the wrists. So we want to have relatively straight wrists, not sort of conking in and collapsing. So be aware of, using the muscles in your hands to straighten out the wrists, especially in the thumb. Good, and then let's change. So just bring the left hand to the top, right hand to the bottom. Start out nice and wide. Inhale and exhale, straighten. Good. Arch, contract. could also do this sitting down on your knees if you prefer. Somehow it helps you get a deeper arch and feel the difference between the arch and the contraction really nicely when you're sitting down on your knees. Trying to move the hands closer. Being aware of the wrists, so straightening them out using the power of the thumbs. Good. Trying to really get the top arm straight. So that's what we're going for without going out to the side. So open up as wide as you need to, and then as much as you're getting the bottom arm straight, try and get the top arm straight and straighten out the wrists. If it's too painful, then widen those hands on the strap. Good. Couple more rounds. Just going to, I'd say 80% of your maximum. And then kind of holding it there and playing around with your spine. And each round, that 80% could get bigger, but you're never going to 100% where you're in agony. And that is how stretching becomes enjoyable. Don't take it to 100%, just keep it within that 80%. Good. Good, and now we're gonna come back and just finish off with one more round of the regular flossing, just to see if that stretch made a difference. So it's quite good to have one of those to make markings on your strap so that you could sort of measure where you're at with your progress. But otherwise I use my body, so my hands are just on the outside of my legs are together, my thumbs are just on the outside of my thighs, and that's kind of my maximum point. That's where I know my maximum is, and then I can really work within that range and see if I can get closer as time goes on. So this is definitely feeling better for me since we did the previous stretch. So I might be able to move myself in a touch and just see what that feels like, going really slow and trying not to move the shoulders one at a time, but really getting that movement together and then reverse. All right, so there you have it, shoulder flossing. All right, so this is a fantastic one to do anytime you feel like you've been sitting at your desk for many, many hours and you just need a postural break. Excellent, excellent shoulder mobility exercise to do. We definitely don't open our shoulders up enough in today's world where we're sitting, we're hunched, we've got devices. We don't open those shoulders and pecs up enough. So try and incorporate some of these shoulder flossing movements into your world every single day and you will reap massive, massive benefits. So I hope that you've enjoyed this quick workout and I will see you in the next one.